the mistake 99% of people make, and how the Stoics avoided it. What if I told you there's one mistake so common that almost everyone makes it, and that this mistake is responsible for 90% of human suffering? You want to know what it is, right? But hold on, because once you discover it, you'll realize you've been making this mistake every single day. And here's the craziest part. The Stoic philosophers figured this out over 2,000 years ago and created the perfect antidote. The problem? No one ever taught it to you. Today, you're going to uncover the invisible error that's been sabotaging your life and how some of the wisest minds in history broke free from it. Brace yourself. This might just blow your mind. The universal mistake. Living on mental autopilot. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly chose how to react to something? I'm not talking about big life decisions. I'm talking about the everyday stuff. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you instantly get pissed. Your boss criticizes you. You feel like trash. You see someone successful on Instagram. A wave of jealousy hits. Where's your choice in any of that? The truth? You're not choosing these reactions. They're happening on autopilot. And that's the mistake 99% of people make, confusing automatic reactions with reality. Marcus Aurelius saw this clearly and wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people live as if the opposite were true. It's like the Matrix. You're stuck in a mental simulation, thinking it's real. The mind trap, how your thoughts control you. Now here's where it gets scary. You think your thoughts, right? Wrong. Most of your thoughts are thinking you. Example, your boss says, "We need to talk later." Your mind instantly goes, "I'm screwed. I'm getting fired. My life's over. I'll end up homeless." Did you choose to think that? Of course not. Those thoughts showed up automatically, and you believed them like they were gospel truth. Epictetus called this the first impression and said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. As Dom Cobb said, an idea is like a virus, resilient, highly contagious, and the smallest seed of an idea can grow to define or destroy you. Your automatic thoughts are mental viruses. The emotional autopilot, why you suffer without reason, now comes the part that'll really frustrate you. You're suffering over things that haven't even happened yet, or with things that already happened and can't be changed. When was the last time you suffered over something happening right now? Can't remember, right? Because most suffering is mental, not real. Seneca nailed it. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. It's like Naruto spiraling with anxiety, thinking everyone hated him, when half the people didn't even know who he was. You're doing the same thing. Playing disaster movies in your head and reacting as if they're real. Worse, you get addicted to it. Your mind craves that internal drama, the Stoic discovery. The space between stimulus and response, this is where the Stoics became psychological geniuses. They discovered there's a space between what happens to you and how you respond. In that space lies your freedom. It works like this: stimulus, space, response. Most people skip the space entirely. Someone insults you, you explode with anger, no pause. You get a big bill, panic mode instantly. See your ex with someone else, you suffer automatically. The Stoics learned to pause in that space and choose their response. As Marcus Aurelius said, confine yourself to the present. It's like Goku in Dragon Ball. He always stops to feel the situation before reacting. That's what makes him unstoppable. The stop technique. How to break the mental autopilot. So, how do you break free from mental autopilot? The Stoics developed a simple but powerful technique. S, stop. Pause. T, take a breath. Breathe. O, observe. What am I feeling? Why? Is it real? P, proceed. Act consciously. A practical example. You get a hostile text on WhatsApp. Stop. Don't reply immediately. Take a breath. Deep breath. Exit reaction mode. Observe. What am I feeling? Why? Is this a fact or just my interpretation? Proceed. Now respond consciously, not emotionally. Epictetus put it perfectly. No man can harm you without your permission. The stop technique is how you deny that permission. The power of conscious choice, how the Stoics mastered any situation. This is what made the Stoics legendary. They realized that every situation is neutral until you interpret it. Lost your job? Neutral. Could be tragedy or opportunity. You choose. Breakup? Neutral. Could be pain or freedom. You choose. Got sick? Neutral. Could be victimhood or personal growth. You choose. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire in chaos and still wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." The man ran the Roman Empire, and his happiness depended solely on his mindset. Like Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you. You decide if something breaks you or builds you. Radical freedom, realizing you always had a choice. Here's the truth that will change your life. You always had a choice. Always. Even when you felt like you didn't. Even in your worst moments. Even when everyone was against you. You could always choose how to interpret and how to respond. Seneca, exiled, hunted, humiliated, still wrote, "Every new situation requires a new architecture of the self." You can rebuild yourself at any moment. Like Phoenix from X-Men, burn down and rise again stronger. But unlike her, you don't have to die physically. Just let the mental autopilot die. The truth that will set you free. You are the programmer of your mind. Here's the bottom line. Your mind is a computer, and you can reprogram it. The mistake 99% of people make is running the factory default software. A glitchy OS filled with automatic reactions, negative thoughts, catastrophic interpretations, unnecessary suffering. The Stoics figured out how to upgrade the mental software, conscious responses, chosen thoughts, neutral interpretations, inner peace. As Epictetus said, do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Accept what happens and you'll find serenity. You design your experience of life. The final challenge, will you stay on autopilot or take control? So now that you know the mistake, will you keep making it? Because knowing isn't enough. 99% of people will watch this video, nod in agreement, and go straight back to autopilot. Will you be different? Will you practice the stop technique? Will you pause before reacting? Will you choose your interpretations? Marcus Aurelius left the challenge written. You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The question is, will you use that power or stay a prisoner of your own thoughts? The choice is yours. It always was.